Now that some of the dust has settled with regard to the FBI raiding Donald Trump's residence at Mar-a-Lago on Monday, it's time to look at what actually could happen as a result of this. And of course, the biggest question mark is, what exactly were they looking for? And I guess equally important, which investigation is it for? I know everybody seems to think, based on hunches, that this is related, of course, to the National Archives, the Presidential Records Act, all the 15 boxes of information that he had there, some of it classified. But keep in mind, we do not have confirmation that that is what this was related to. Now, Trump does. Trump has the warrant. So he knows exactly what they were looking for and why they were looking for it. He has not released it. He could, but of course that would make him look so much worse. So we're left to speculate. So assuming that it is related to the Presidential Records Act, that could mean, if Trump ends up being convicted, that he would be barred from ever holding public office again, probably. And I'll explain why only probably in just a minute, but let's look at this. This would be prosecuted, again, if it's related to the not preserving documents, maybe flushing them down a toilet, I don't know. It is Section 2071 of Title 18 of the United States Code, which makes it illegal if someone with custody of confidential government records willfully and unlawfully conceals, removes, mutilates, obliterates, falsifies, or destroys them. The code states the person shall, quote, be fined under this title or imprisoned not more than 3 years or both, and shall forfeit his office and be disqualified from holding any office under the United States, which would seem to include being the President of the United States. So if convicted of this, it would effectively bar him from holding public office here in the United States ever again. Maybe. Because there is another thing in the United States Constitution that kind of says, we've already laid out the criteria for who can be President of the United States. And that clause in the Constitution that lays out the criteria for being President of the United States, it does not include having been convicted of violating Section 2071, Title 18, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't say that they can't be. So we do have two kind of conflicting laws. The Constitution says if you meet these criteria, you may run for president. Section 2071 says, yeah, but if you do this, you can't be president. Which means, again, we're getting into a lot of what ifs here, but we've got to go down them because this is, the biggest news of the week right now. If Trump were prosecuted under Section 2071, and only under Section 2071, or at least Section 2071, and he's convicted, then regardless of what the punishment is, it carries that caveat that you either have to forfeit your office or you can't run for office ever again. Both. So it doesn't matter if the judge said, yes, you are now convicted, I sentence you to, 10 seconds in jail. That wouldn't matter. It would still come with the you can't ever run for office again here in the United States. Unless, of course, they want to issue a constitutional challenge to it, claiming, as I pointed out, that, hey, Constitution says you got to meet these criteria. He meets them, he can run. So then we would be set in a situation where we would have one law versus the Constitution of the United States. That is the court battle that could come from all of this, of course, if Trump is convicted, and of course, if this raid was even about those documents that he stored at Mar-a-Lago from the White House. More on this does need to come out. I'm assuming it obviously will in the future. Again, we're all kind of left to assume that it's about the documents, but not 100% positive just yet. So stay tuned because there's apparently a lot more that we're going to learn, hopefully in the coming days or weeks. Hey everyone. This is Aspen, and did you know that for the low cost of $0 per day, you can subscribe to the Fair and Balanced YouTube channel. We also encourage you to like, comment, and share, but again, click that subscribe button. and help Aspen not be so grumpy.